Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. And the starting group for the Spurs. Bottoms is out there at Rodriguez. And there's Davis. And it's the Cobra. And it's Cornette in at the 3. And for the Celtics, we've got Boomer, the Cobra out there with Bottoms. Then there's Harris. And it's Medina in at the small forward. And Richard, these teams both look to impose their will on the backboard.
Kevin, that battle inside is not for the faint of heart. A little furniture moving inside, if you know what I mean. That's just part of it.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. Richard, last season marked the 5th consecutive year that the Spurs missed the playoffs.
And this drought came directly after their historic streak of 22 consecutive playoff appearances. But the silver lining in this stretch is that it allowed them to draft a generational talent in Wembanyama.
Rodriguez feeling it out a bit. It's Davis on the wing. Back to Rodriguez. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. Rebounded by Bailey. On offense, here are the Celtics. Over Davis. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
First quarter, just over a minute played. They set the pick. The shot. The shot by Rodriguez, no good.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Here's Bailey to the paint. Here's Soray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Bailey, started by Davis. Bailey passes it to the Cobra. Harris a screen on Davis. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Davis. Harris, no good. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's Davis on the wing. Into the lane. Rebound by the Celtics. Pass to B-Train. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Davis. Boomer the pass to Bailey. Launches it. Traps in the tray. Bailey's got 5 points so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Here's Cornette. Rodriguez passes to Davis. Can they get it? Count it.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Medina the pass to the Cobra. Here's Harris. And Rodriguez pulls it down.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Here's Cornette. Shot, high post, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Assist. Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot, that's great decision making.
Bailey passes to Boomer. Here's Harris. Here's the Cobra. Still scoreless. Rodriguez outside. Inside. Here's Cornette. Back to Rodriguez. Spurs passing it around. Davis has the open look. A miss that time would have put him up.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Spurs have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Cornette. Pass to Hamlin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Rodriguez. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. To the inside. Here's Phelps. It's hauled in by Cornette. High post, Davis. Rebounded by Bailey. Harris outside. Trying to get something going. It's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Davis. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
The closers checked in for the Cobra. There's B-Train. No scoring in this one. Taken away by Rodriguez. Pass to Cornette. Outside, Davis. Here's the monster. Fades back. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? That's a trick question. You don't.
Harris with it. Down low. As the closer nails the baby hook.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Cornette passes to Bottoms. And here is Davis. Pass to the monster. Rodriguez outside. Over Harris. A nice shot by Rodriguez. Rodriguez has got his 2nd bucket of the night. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. That's 10 points for Bottoms. Davis with it. Pass to Cornette. Here's the monster. Outside, Davis. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Davis has got 7 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
San Antonio trailing here. A steal. Here's Bailey. He's got 10. Pass to B-Train. And again, Boston with the triple.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. They set the pick. Here's Cornette, guarded by Harris. Rodriguez outside. Pocket 6. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Boston leading by 4. Here's Bailey. Harris outside. The 3. And Rodriguez pulls it down.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Outside, Davis. Pass to Cornette. Here's Bottoms. Davis kicks to Cornette. Shoots from the elbow. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of execution.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Curry's checked in for Bottoms. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Wilson, he's checked in for Bottoms. The closer passes to Curry. Pass to B-Train. Here's the closer. Curry, that's good. And the Celtics lead by 4. The Spurs have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Davis with a screen on Curry. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Pass to Traore. Outside for Curry. Harris setting the pick for Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
When you've got a small guy on you, you just have to take advantage of it. Nice, easy jumper for him.
Now Davis. Pass to Rodriguez. Shoots it. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Here's B-Train. Harris looking it over. Shoots the 3. A rebound by the Spurs. Rodriguez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Cornette. Wilson with it. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Cornette passes to the monster. And here's Davis for 3. Boston grabs the miss. And here is Harris. Still yet to score. Stolen by Wilson. Davis with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And that one's good by Davis. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
The Celtics have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. The great ones checked in for Boomer. Prez comes in for B-Train, and it's Bottoms in for Harris. The Spurs also changing it up. Bottoms, he's checked in for Rodriguez. The franchise comes in for B, and it's Boomer in for Davis.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
They set the screen. And the basket by Bailey. Bailey's got 12 points in the game.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Here's the monster. The offensive rebound. Wilson. And that one is stuffed right through.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Bottoms. Here's the monster. Here's Rowe. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Spurs. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Curry is out there with Prez. Then there's Insanity, and there's Bottoms, and it's Prelzic in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Here's Rowe. Scoreless thus far. Here's Bottoms. Connects from three-point range. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Here's Bailey. A rebound by the Spurs. Here's the Monster. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Bottoms. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. To the left side wing. Back to Curry. And Curry with the stuff.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's the Monster. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
The Cobra, he's checked in for Boston. Spurs also with the sub. Hanlon's checked in. The Cobra passes to John. Here's the great one. That shot off the mark. Richard, one thing is for sure with these Spurs, a lot of top free agents have got to be looking at him now as a destination.
It doesn't take a lot of skill to see that Wendy is a different type of player. And look, if you are a free agent, that's the player that you want to look at to say, hey, can I team up with him and go on a string of championships?
Goodwin's checked in for the franchise. This one for 3. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Bailey. Bailey's got 15 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Hanlon, no good. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's John. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Prez has got his first points of the game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. We're not very patient with it. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
Here's Goodwin, and the layup's good off the glass. Goodwin's got his first 2 points of the night. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's the Cobra. He has yet to score. From past the arc. Bailey misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And Boston with the rebound. The Cobra's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Prez. Defense right on him. Lets it go with the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And that's now 18 points for Bottoms. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's the Monster to the middle. That's a good one. Inside. A nice shot by Bottoms. Bottoms got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Bailey. He's got 18, and it's blocked. And now here's Goodwin, the fast break chance. Curry with the steal. Here's the break. Here's John, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Harris is checked in, and San Antonio with the change here too. He's checked in for Goodwin. Here's Hanlon. Nothing on the board. Yep, that one goes. Here's Bailey. Pass to Prez. Here's the great one. Now Prez. The tray. Bailey misses. The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. The monster. It's rebounded by Prez.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And here's the fast break. Here's Hanlon. No good on that one. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is with bread and butter.
B-Train's checked in for Boston. San Antonio also making a switch. Davis is checked in. From 15 feet away, will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Boston now. They're on a 15-6 run. Medina. Here's Phelps. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And now a 5-point Celtic lead.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
To the paint. Here's Hanlon. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Curry's checked in for Bottoms. Goodwin's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Hanlon. Hasn't made one yet. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Looking around. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Here's Cornette, guarded by Harris. Curry against Davis. And the layup is good. Davis has got 11.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
There's B-Train. Right side Curry. Pass to Harris. Fade away. Shot clock at 6. And that one comes up a bit short. Down low. Here's Hanlon. Some solid defense from Harris. Boston leading by 4. Outside Curry. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. He's got 8. And it's Goodwin with the ball for San Antonio. Pass to Davis. From 7, it's tipped. Here's the Cobra. Curry on the wing. Off target from outside. Now here's Goodwin. Not a lot of room. Now here is Davis. High post try. And no good as it rattles out. Boston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Curry on the wing. Loose ball movement by Boston. Boston needs to get off a shot. The Cobras' shot is off. Spurs trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Has to be trained on the wing. Harris. Outside Curry. From deep. And Davis pulls it down. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Here's Hanlon, guarded by Harris. To the inside. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Wilson.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Here's the Cobra inside. Eldzic. That one good for 2. And the Celtics lead by 3.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Cornette, guarded by Curry. Shoots from 12. Another one falls for San Antonio. And Boston has possession. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Boomer, he's checked in for Boston. Bottoms comes in for Curry. Bottoms, he's checked in for the Spurs. Rodriguez comes in for Goodwin. Here's the Cobra. Hanlon with the rebound. Another shot. He lays it in. Hanlon's got his first basket of the night. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Harris a screen to the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
Cornette passes to the Cobra. Pass to Bottom. Rebounded by Bailey.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Shot on the wing. B-Train misses. San Antonio trailing here. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Bailey. Boomer the pass to Bailey. Here's Phelps. Buries the long-range jumper. The Cobras got 5. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside, Davis. A step-back shot here. Rebound, Boston. Bailey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fires from way outside. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Celtics lead by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
47.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Bottom's having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court for San Antonio. Rodriguez out there with Bottoms. Then there's B, and it's the Cobra, and it's Davis in at the point guard. Now here is Davis. And it's denied. Now here is Harris. Tight defense on him. Bailey misses. Spurs trail by 6. To the wing on the left. Here's Hanlon. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. Boston leading by 6. Here's Bailey. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Now here's Davis. Shot clock at 5, and the basket is good. Davis has got 16 points. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And he slams it one-handed.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
The Spurs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
There's Bottoms. He's got 14. And stolen by Harris. Tipped away. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Davis kicks to Rodriguez. Back to Davis. A 3-ball. Torrey grabs the rebound. Torrey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Harris outside. Here's Phelps. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Cornette. He has 5. Pass to Rodriguez. Drains it from beyond the arc. Rodriguez has got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Harris's shot is off. Spurs trail by 9. Out to the wing. 3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Davis, the pass to Rodriguez. Back to Davis. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got his 6th rebound on the night. On up the court. Here's Cornette. Puts it up from 17. Torrey grabs the rebound. Here's Medina. Oh, my goodness. What a play. Power down with both hands.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Pass to Bailey. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Phelps, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Here's Hanlon. There's Bottoms. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. The Cobras got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Bailey. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Cornette. He's got 5. Here's the break. Here's Medina. A big dunk at the end of the break.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Here's Bottoms, 15-point game. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
Has to be drained. Driving inside.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Here's Bottoms. Here's Cornette. Rodriguez outside. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Harris. Rebounded by the Spurs. Bottoms got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pulls up from the corner. The shot by Rodriguez, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Harris's shot is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here is Davis following the bucket by the Celtics. Rodriguez right side. No good on the triple. Celtics leading by 17. Now here is Harris. To the paint. Here's Medina. Hanlon with the rebound. Hanlon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Looking to get back on track here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
The Monsters checked in for the Spurs. Now here is Harris. And the 3 off target. Rodriguez passes it to the Monster. There's the pick. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. The Monsters got himself on the board with 3 there.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Phelps. Rebounded by the Spurs. Left side Davis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. San Antonio shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. The closers checked in for the Celtics. And both free throws good for Davis.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Pass to the closer. On the wing, Harris. Here's B-Train. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. The Monster passes to Cornette. Pass to Rodriguez. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. It's intercepted. There's B-Train. He's got 11. Haley misses. Rodriguez with it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clearly a foul.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. 2nd free throw, no good. Boston leading by 12. Here's the closer. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. The closer's got 5 now. San Antonio's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. On the wing, Davis. There's a good screen. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Medina, and the 3-ball is good. B-Train's got 11 in the second half.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Here's Cornette. He has 5. It's blocked. Here's the closer. Pass to Bailey. Here's the closer. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. He shot 2 free throws in the game. Made 1 and missed 1. Boston making some changes. The great ones checked in for Boomer. And Curry subbed in for Harris. Wilson, he's checked in for San Antonio. The franchise comes in for B. Wilson the pass to the franchise. 1:53 left to play here in the third. The 3 from Davis. Trains the three-pointer. Davis has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's the closer. Finishing with force. Whoa!
That's what I'm talking about.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's the monster. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Shot clock at 3. And it's San Antonio with another.
13. Assist from
Celtics leading by 13. There's 57 seconds left in the third. There's the screen. Here's Curry. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
personal foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Boston, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And some changes here for the Celtics. Prez comes in for B-Train, and it's the Cobra in for the closer. Hanlon's checked in for the Spurs. Pass to the monster. To the middle. Now here's Wilson. To the left wing. Fires the 3. And no good that time.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And that one misses.
Curry at the line for 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to the monster. To the paint. Lays it up and banks it in. Hanlon's got 5 points so far.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Here's Bailey. 25 points in the game. Launches from deep. And that one is off. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Cobra out there with the closer. Then there's the great one. Then it's Curry. And it's Harris in at the 4 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Boston leading by 12. The Cobra passes to Harris. Pass to Curry. Harris a screen to the inside. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Celtics lead by 14. Outside Wilson, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Outside Curry. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen by Wilson. Here's Cornette, guarded by Curry. The Cobra passes to Cornette. And here is Goodwin. Here's Hanlon. Pass to the monster. Nailed from three-point land.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's the closer. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by Goodwin. And it's Goodwin with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. The Cobra passes to Wilson. Pass to the monster. Here's Hanlon. 5 on the clock. Another one falls for San Antonio. Here's Curry. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Out to the right wing. Here's Phelps. Good on the three-point shot.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. The monster with the rebound. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Hanlon. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. 9 feet out. A nice shot by the Cobra. The Cobra's got 5 points in the quarter.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
He's not going to back down from anyone. Got to commend the fearless attitude right there.
Here's Hanlon. Pass to Cornette. For the three. A three-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Curry. Lets it go from the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Spurs trail by 11. Goodwin with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's the monster. Pass to Hanlon. He tries for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. Celtics have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Here's the monster, and the foul called on the Cobra. That is his first foul of the game. Boomer, he's checked in for the closer. Spurs also with the sub. Rodriguez is checked in for Goodwin. Here's the monster. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. Baseline jumper. Traore grabs the rebound. Traore's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Down low. 11 feet away. Here's Phelps. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good. B-Train's checked in for Boston. Bottoms comes in for Harris. The Spurs also changing it up. Bottoms comes in for B. Davis is subbed in for the Monster. Davis, the pass to Bottoms. Here's Hanlon. That's tipped. Here's Bailey. Pass to B-Train. Here's Phelps. A three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 12. Here's Hanlon. Back to Davis. Here's the three. And Boston with the rebound. The Cobras got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. To the middle. Unloads. Nice shot by Toure. And the Celtics lead by 14.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Here's Bottoms. Rebounded by Bailey. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's the Cobra. Pass to B-Train. Poked loose. Rodriguez with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Rodriguez goes in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
The Celtics making a switch here. Harris is checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Cornet's checked in. Here's Toure. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Goodwin's checked in for San Antonio. He hits both from the stripe. Spurs trail by 13. Here's Cornet. Knocked loose. In the corner, Rodriguez with it. They set the pick. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Rodriguez has got 10 points here in the second half.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
Harris passes to Boomer. The Celtics working the ball around now. To the inside. Medina. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Cornet. Here's Goodwin. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Celtics leading by 11. Medina the pass to Boomer. In the corner, it's Harris. Buries it from three-point range. San Antonio's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Rodriguez outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Inside, here's Harris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And that's 11 points for the closer.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Jacks up a three. Cornet can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
B-Train misses. Spurs trail by 16. Cornet passes to Bottoms. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Cobra is checked in for Boston. And San Antonio also making a switch. Hanlon's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Hanlon. Rodriguez kicks to Cornette. Pass to Hanlon. Tries a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Hanlon's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Spurs.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Boston leading by 11. Bailey passes to Medina. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Davis. Shoots. Bailey misses.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
And Davis can't get it to go. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Bailey. Out to Harris. Launches a three. Cans it from downtown. Harris has got 12 points here in the second half.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
It's the floater. Rebound Boston. The Cobras got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Bailey. He's guarded by Davis. Harris outside. Fires for three. It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Down low. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's B-Train. Here's Bailey. Just 5 on the clock. To the paint.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Number 9. 5th personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Celtics, Traore. At the line for 2 shots.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Spurs trail by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
That was a big advantage. The other team was defending with their hands instead of moving their feet, and they handed them a lot of easy points at the line.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Bottom.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
He had a defender all over.
Austin making some changes. The great ones check in for Harris. Curry comes in for B-Train. And the closer subbed in for the Cobra. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Rowe. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Goodwin passes to Wilson. Now here's Goodwin. Off target from three-point range. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Here's the closer. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both.